So, yeah, when Helldivers 2 first came out, I was loving that game, but I was lamenting the fact that I thought by 2025 it would no longer be relevant. And I attributed this to the fast paced culture, the way that games are getting pumped out one after the other, the way that content creators put such a spotlight on certain games, and trends. Trends are happening faster and faster. Games are relevant and popular for shorter amounts of time. And I thought Helldivers 2 would fall victim to this. But then they dropped this huge update with the Illuminate, the third new faction in Helldivers 2, and with this introduction, this game is seeing a resurgence. And I am here for it. I've been playing it once again. I've been playing it with my buddies. New friends are getting the game. I've been playing with Nikos. We've just been having a good time. And it's not just that the Illuminate are incredibly fun, which they are. They also bring with them a bunch of new things. City maps, big urban cities, things that we haven't seen before in Helldivers, vehicles that you can load up with your friends and drive around in, the introduction of melee weapons, and the first Helldivers 2 crossover event with Killzone bringing a bunch of new cosmetics and weapons to the game. There was a minor kerfuffle over microtransactions, and yes, I do think microtransactions should be illegal. Check out that video if you haven't seen it. But I wasn't really part of that crowd. I thought that it was tastefully done, and when you see this Reddit post where the devs are talking about, where are we going to draw the line with crossovers so that Helldivers 2 doesn't become Fortnite? And the devs, they say right here, this is the line. We'll have ODSTs, we can have Imperial Guard from Warhammer, we can have Killzone, but we're not going to go into clone troopers and Spartans and pirates and robots and all kinds of goofy shit. They're going to keep it grounded and semi-relevant to the game. And all of these crossovers, I would be happy to get involved with. If I saw any of these things come to the game, that would be fantastic. There's been some leaked stratagems with things like SEF trooper squads that would go down on planets and help you fight. I think that would be amazing. I can't wait to see stuff like that in the game. And it feels good to be excited about the game again. Especially because I think this dev studio is probably some of the best game devs I've ever seen. The way that they interact with their community is unparalleled in gaming. I want to highlight just one fantastic thing that the devs did. The way that they interact with the community is based off of the galactic map and major orders. This is their main avenue of communication with the players. So they come up with a major order, which is an objective that everybody globally contributes to over the course of several days. So for this particular event, the devs threw two major orders at the players at once. One mission was to save survivors at a children's hospital trapped on one planet, and the other one was to save explosives that were critical for MD-17 anti-tank mines trapped on another planet. The players had to choose the citizens or the weaponry, which would be prioritized because we only have time to liberate one planet. And this is where you got to think about this. The mines is content. This is a weapon. This is something to use in the game for the players, a new thing made for the game. The children are nothing. It's just lore. It's just in your head. It's just for the feeling of it. It's just because it's the right thing to do. In what other game would the community choose, let's go save the children, which does nothing, over getting new content, new equipment, new weapons added to their game? But no, the Helldivers pulled together, they rallied for Super Earth, and they saved the children's hospital. And this, by the way, this wasn't like, ooh, it was kind of close, but we got the children. No. At the time, it was 44,000 players were saving the children, and 4,000 were trying to get the mines. The planet with the children's hospital was 99.58% liberation, and the mines planet, 0%. So as a response to this, the developers did something that they didn't tell anybody about. Because the players chose to save the children, the developers chose to as well, and they made a donation to the Save the Children's charity in real life. This is just a heartwarming tale about the Helldivers 2 community that's been fostered by the amazing devs. This relationship is so healthy, so productive, and so fun and refreshing, as opposed to all of the stagnant shit that you see all over games industries with these bloated community director, community managers that just go on Twitter and they're like, oh yeah, you guys should play the new event. Oh yeah, spend money in this game. Meanwhile, the Helldivers 2 community manager is like, yo, who up painting Warhammer 40k figurines at 2 a.m. with me? This is how easy it is to be one of these community manager people. Your whole point is to be this bridge between the company and the game, or between the company and the fans, the gamers, right? Your job is essentially for the players to like you, for people to like you, so that you can serve as this bridge. And the best way to get people to like you is to not sound like a fucking corporate robot. So you can't just go on Twitter and post when you're having a new event and be like, go buy the new skin in the shop. Is anyone playing the game today? You gotta post about other shit besides your game. It sounds like a simple thing, but you'd be surprised how many companies haven't really grasped this yet. It's so much better to get in there with your fans, to have fun with them, and to just talk about random shit, share some memes, talk about whatever current events are going on, talk about playing other games, engaging in deeper hobbies, talk about what books you like. This is how you make people like you. This is how you build a community. It's not just coming out there once a month and being like, all right, everybody, the major order this week is to liberate this planet. Get on there now. I'm a survivor of being a Halo fan. So for me, my point of reference for this is Sketch and Unishek. These guys are an absolute joke, and if you look on their Twitter pages, it's exactly the kind of shit I'm talking about. Look at this. Look at the difference between Sketch and Unishek's Twitter feed versus the Helldivers 2 community manager Twitter feed. I'll put them up side by side, or you guys can see it. You can see the difference. I should also mention that when they did this Killzone crossover event, they had a lot of stuff in the shop, and people were kind of mad about that, right? So when people are mad about the Killzone crossover being microtransaction heavy, and people are kind of in a bit of a huff and puff about it, what do you think the developers do? Take a moment, if you don't know, think about what would any game developer do? If you're thinking give away the rest of the crossover content that was planned to go into the shop and just give it to everybody for free, then yeah, you'd be right, because that's exactly what they did. Like, what kind of based company is like, oh, people are mad about the shop prices? Well, let's just take all this stuff that was gonna go to the shop and just give it to them. So yeah, at the time, I was really concerned about the longevity of Helldivers 2, but it seems to be in a healthy spot again, and I'm really hoping that we can keep this ball rolling, because this is a game and a company that deserves all the success that it sees.